The Belgrade Land Development Public Agency. The Belgrade Land Development Public Agency is the driving force of the city's infrastructural development. It has been managing Belgrade building land for half a century. Due to its strict business policy and rigid financial discipline, the agency is very successful in realizing its programs in today's market economy. As a result, sums approaching €100 million per year are being invested in the construction of Belgrade infrastructure. The agency manages the planning, project design and construction of facilities in all infrastructural branches in a highly professional and expert way, in accordance with the principle of just allocation to all its citizens and customers. Belgrade's priority in the 1950s was the construction of New Belgrade. Filling 20 square kilometers of marshland enabled the construction of a city with over 300,000 inhabitants connected with the already existing parts of Belgrade. At the time, Belgrade invested in its infrastructure more than any other European capital. Belgrade is the capital of the Republic of Serbia, lying at the confluence of two rivers, the Sava and the Danube, and commanding the central position in southeastern Europe. It has a strategic position at the intersection of the pan-European corridors and is the main communication and logistic hub of the region, as well as a market with 2 million inhabitants. It is also the great industrial, commercial, tourist, cultural, educational and political center of this part of Europe. The main Markish-Mladenovac pipeline is about 60 kilometers long. This pipeline is a solution to the water supply of the Avala region villages Beli Potok, Zuce, Vrčin, Kaluđerica, Voleć, Grodska, Ritopek, Sopot, Đurinci, Trežnja, Ripanje, and other inhabited locations on the route to Mladenovac. The Vrčin-Begaličko-Brdo hydrotechnical tunnel is currently being built. The tunnel itself is 453 meters long. 2.5 meter wide pipes of reinforced concrete are being used for its construction. The tunnel position and direction are laser-driven, with one pipe put in place every day, so that the insertion of all 180 pipes is expected to take 6 months. The tunnel construction is based on the principle of cyclic excavation and pipe insertion inside the hill under a pressure of 400 to 600 bars. After the excavation, the concrete pipes are wedged into the hill by the system of substations, with hydraulic presses pushing parts of the tunnel forward by 30 centimeters. The excavation is done by an excavator, with the soil being transported onto the container under a conveyor belt, after which it is then lifted up to the entry pit. Upon the finalization of works on the hydrotechnical tunnel, the main Markish-Mladenovac pipeline will basically offer a practical solution to the major water supply issues in this part of the city. Light rail transit, or a light rail underground system, is the main part of the transportation system in many world cities with a population similar to that of Belgrade. It differs from the standard or heavy rail transit in many elements, but what is most important for Belgrade is that it is economical, since the price of its construction is half the price of the standard underground system. The first light rail line corridor, which has been defined as a priority in the General Belgrade Plan for 2021, stretches from the intersection of Boulevard Kralja Alexandra and Uštenička Street in the east to Zemun in the west. There are 270,000 inhabitants in the immediate vicinity of the corridor zone, and 150,000 working places. The agency has started the realization of this project by financing the technical documentation preparation. In October 2006, a contract for cooperation worth 4.2 million euros was signed with an international consultant who will be managing the preparations for the construction of the first light rail transit line. Our fundamental principle is to meet the terms and deadlines, to sustain the quality, and to make Belgrade citizens feel happy and content as citizens of the world and of the European culture that they rightfully belong to. Let's build up Belgrade, the Belgrade Land Development Public Agency.